back to my channel. So today I want to share with you our budget goals for the month of June. Instead of doing a zero-based budget kind of report card share, I love watching those, but mostly our fixed expenses kind of stay the same. And so if you're interested in seeing a traditional like zero-based budget or how we set that up, I will link it here and in the description box and on the end slate because I did one of those for the month of April. So what I want to share with you though is some goals that we have for the month of June. Some of them are pretty big goals. We think that we're going to be fairly blessed this month by having about extra $250 to $300 coming in as far as income is concerned, because I am working a bit more and I've taken on a little bit of responsibility at work that's going to bring in some extra money. I might have some extra money coming in from YouTube and some garage sales, and so we're hoping that we can really stick to these goals and meet them. So the first goal that we have for ourselves for the month of June is going to be to replace the $186 that we had to pay out of our emergency fund to fix our van. So you know what, guys, it was a perfect scenario as to why you need an emergency fund, because a couple days before we were going to Washington, D.C. on a vacation, which we went last week, so this was like the Friday prior, my van started making some kind of noise. And so we took it in. It needed $186 worth of work. Since we were getting ready to go on a trip, most of our save money or how we just have one account that's all of our sinking funds. We didn't want to pull out of there just in case we needed extra for the trip or something additionally unexpected came up. So we pulled that money out of our emergency fund, and now we need to replace it, because getting your emergency fund can sometimes be really difficult, but keeping $1,000 in your emergency fund can be even more difficult. And so that is our first goal for the month of June. And I'm going to try to put them here or maybe put them all at the end so you guys can see. And I'm hoping to update you about mid-month on how we're doing to meet these budget goals. So the second goal that we have is to stick to our $400 a month grocery budget. So we are a family of 4. We have a grocery budget of $400 a month. Prior to a month ago, I was just using that for food and then things like I bought at the grocery store, like baggies and foil. But I am trying to include my personal items like shampoo, conditioner, paper products, toilet paper in that budget. And I failed miserably in the month of May. And so I am really dedicated to just sticking to my list, sticking to a budget, being conscious about what I'm buying and things like that to stick to that $400 a month for our grocery budget for a family of 4. The third goal that we have for the month of June is to put $400 towards our vacation. So getting out of credit card debt was majorly influenced, and our goal for getting out, one of our big whys. There were many whys, but one of our big whys was so that we could travel and take our kids places and do special things with them. That's something that we really value in our family, and so we prioritize travel above most other, frivolous spending things. And so we are going on a vacation in September to Disney, and we need to put $400 towards that vacation this month. It doesn't need to be paid off until August 4th. We're paying all cash. You can just make payments through Disney on your balance. But we are paying complete cash for the vacation. And so we need to put $400 towards that. I am going to purchase gift cards at Target on a 5% discount. So we actually only need $380 worth of liquid funds in order to be able to put $400 on that vacation. And then our final goal is to do at least 1 week of a spending freeze during the month of June. Now, if you don't know what a spending freeze is, it's almost like, you know how people do a detox for their body, like a sugar detox or like a juice cleanse? I think of spending freezes as a financial detox. So it is just when you pick a period at a time, whether it's a month or a week, and just say, I'm not spending money. And if you do it for a month, I think it's a little bit more difficult because, you know, you're gonna have to spend some money on food and gas and those types of things, but we normally do it for a week at a time. And it really is just like, I'm starting on Sunday, I'm ending on Saturday, and during those 7 days, I'm spending $0. I'm not buying any extra food. We'll make do with what we have. No gas. If we don't have gas in the gas tank, we aren't going, or, you know, like really conserve the gas so that we can do things. Free outings, no coffees, no Target runs, nothing. Just absolutely no spending. And so we have done them before. I think they're really motivating for me. They're a good way to kind of extra money and just taking that and kind of putting it in savings, because even though some people say, well, aren't you just gonna spend like that much more the next week? I'm not gonna go buy double the amount of Starbucks. I'm not gonna get 2 tanks of gas instead of 1 the next week. I'm not gonna go and buy, you know, a bunch of groceries. I'm just gonna buy my normal amount. It's a good way to eat out of the pantry, and it's just a good way to just kind of see that you can do it. If you do a spending freeze when you don't have to, when you actually have the money to buy groceries and have the money to put gas in your gas tank, it's a good practice in case you ever need to do it. In case your transmission goes out or you have medical bills, you're in between a job or a job loss, you know that you can make it without spending any money, you know, for a period of time. And so we are going to do that. If any of you would like to join me on a spending freeze for a week in the month of June, where you're going to spend $0, no money at all, let me know in the comments below, and I will try and like maybe get something together where we can motivate each other. I also wanted to mention that I was part of an amazing collaboration here on YouTube put together by Wendy Valencia, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. She is such an awesome budget-minded YouTuber, and she put together a collaboration talking about debt-free living and motivation for that, and I'm gonna link that below and somewhere on the screen. You should go check it out if you are interested in, you know, debt-free living, budget-minded living. She just had some amazing YouTubers come together for that collaboration. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm gonna try to update you mid-month on how we're doing for these June goals. And leave some of your June goals for your budget in the comments below, and I will see you next time.